This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Monday, July 3rd, 2023. I'm Gary Dick. The defense and aerospace sector is a multi-billion-dollar industry in Indiana, but 3rd District Congressman Jim Banks believes the state can see significantly more business. Banks hosted the 2nd annual Northeast Indiana Defense Summit last week in Fort Wayne, attracting business, academic, and military executives from around the country.
Well, we're talking about thousands of jobs just in the Fort Wayne area. And you got Raytheon, General Dynamics, L3Harris making weather satellites. Ultra Electronics in my hometown of Columbia City makes sonobuoys. Almost all of the sonobuoys in the United States Navy are made in Indiana and at a sister operation in Florida. All of the important work that's being done here is important. It's innovation, but the vision of our summit today is introducing some of the leading innovators from Silicon Valley, from around the country, to Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're rebuilding as defense budgets are higher than they've ever been in U.S. history for good reason, as we prepare for a conflict with our great adversaries like China, Russia, Iran, North Korea.
Anduril Industries founder Palmer Luckey was a speaker at the event. Luckey and his multi-billion-dollar company like what they see in Indiana.
Yeah, there's a reason that companies are here, both the talent, the labor pool. It's a really friendly climate, business-wise, regulatory-wise. And I know everyone says that about where they're from, but remember, I'm from California. And so I have to deal with some of the worst of it. And so it's so refreshing to be in a place where the local climate is so supportive of businesses like mine.
Connecticut-based Pitney Bowes is planning to eliminate the parcel delivery and returns operation at its Greenwood Fulfillment Center. In a notice to the state, the e-commerce services company says the move is being made due to changing business needs and will result in the layoffs of 240 company employees and 71 temporary workers. Hendricks Regional Health is looking within its own ranks in naming its next leader. The Hendricks Regional Health Board of Trustees naming Dr. Michelle Finauti, a 20-year veteran of the Danville-based health system, its next president and CEO. Indianapolis-based Noble Romans is battling with one of its largest shareholders over whether CEO Scott Mobley should be replaced on the restaurant company's board of directors. The proxy war officially began June 1 when North Dakota-based restaurant operator BT Brands filed a proxy statement asking Noble Romans shareholders to vote for its own CEO, Gary Copperhead, rather than re-elect Mobley to the 5-member Noble Romans board. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
Columbus-based Cummins has announced it has acquired the remaining 19% interest in Hydrogenics Corporation, a fuel cell systems provider in Canada. Indianapolis-based Imus Corporation has added a new company to its investment portfolio, an Israel-based advertising technology company called Anzu Virtual Reality. Imus was the lead investor in a $48 million Series B funding round for the company, which has developed a way to insert targeted advertising into video games. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand.